on the old better setup. Oh, I forgot to turn on the AC. I'll be right back. I gotta click this like accept button, don't I? That's not good. It never popped up. Did it pop up for you guys? Oh, maybe I already clicked it by instinct. All right, be right back. All right, good. It kicked on right away. I want to be nice and cool and comfy with my caffeine. Yep, it did. Okay. I don't know if you mean yep or something else, but I think you mean yep. Down these extra little things here. 2. Cool. So, pretty damn cool. Check this out. Well, let's just talk about the market for a second. All right. We got a lot going on today for some of you. And for me, yes. So it turned out that this was the market top. And the last time we had a break of a base and run, we actually got 5 days out of it. And that was the maximum for a long time, in years. That's the biggest run we've had in years, and we just had that other one 5 days in a row. So now we're going to probably pull back and consolidate. Look at the last time that happened, 5 days, boom, 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 boom. We came all the way back down, boom, 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 and then came nearly all the way to the top, and then came halfway to the bottom. That becomes a lower low. We got a signaled beautiful freaking entry on the moving averages, crossover, reclaim right there, boom, entry, and then and actually from there it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. If you're able to get a reclaim entry or a cheat entry or a trend line breakout entry before actual base breakout. So now it's pulling back, and probably is going to consolidate for a little while. Things can go crazy. You never know. We could have a green day today or tomorrow. Zooming up, but it doesn't make sense. We'll probably consolidate now. And if you look at the stochastic, we did have green under red yesterday. We closed green under red, and so that's a foretelling signal that today's going to be red or down. All right, on the stochastic. So hopefully you've all been cutting your profits like I've been telling you at these extended levels over the last 3 days, including yesterday being the highest probability that you should do so. And then getting shorts, getting hedged, and or just staying in cash, getting it all into cash. And then we had AAL. How many minutes we got till they open? 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, we got AAL puts and we got Tesla puts, and those both look like they're working out at the moment. And then the market itself is dropping, but the growth market, they're all bouncing a little bit at the moment. I want this to synchronize, but oh well, I don't think. I'll just have to watch that. Understand my option profit. But all right, market's opening in about a minute, and we're watching AAL and Tesla. Isa, hello, good morning. Atul, Brian, Justin, Marcus, Aubrey, hello. Only a few of you in the live, but some of you are communicating, like Joe, and I'm not sure who is I am Tia Z. If you're in here live, let me know. MP3, hello. All right, market's opening any minute here. 1 minute until they open. And momentum-wise, we've got something like, where's the volume? LYT is interesting. but it's been below VWAP, so no good there. Can't even read what symbol this is. It's not showing the symbols. Hello. McFly. Logo. Status line. No, a symbol. Canvas. Watermark. There it is. Jeez. All right, market's opening in 5 seconds. Let's keep a watch on AAL here and Tesla over here. How can you be down on my Tesla? That doesn't make sense. I guess it's Gamma. Vega. Okay. Who are you? Who is IMTS? Is that Darius? Okay. All right, so I'm looking through my stocks right now and seeing if there's anything I need to cut or anything I need to take profits on or what the heck's going on right everywhere. So smoke 'em if you got them. I got to pay attention to that for a second. Talk amongst each other. Sort my columns. Looks like home builders are doing great. Tesla is tanking. Now, what I want to see is where is Tesla on the moving averages? All right, so my last line in the sand is 271 for my long that's on Tesla, but I also have puts on Tesla for the ER play. But I have a swing trade on it as well. Soxel gave back all the gains and is back to break even. I'll go ahead and cut that and get in tomorrow if it's lower. These are the things I want to cut. All right, Beyond's at my break even, at my stop, is not going the way Benny hoped. Our resident didgeridoist. Okay, Carvana just broke over 56. It might be running a little bit today. Oh, American Airlines really tanking. We're going to get some return out of that. We're up 130% on our American Airlines puts. 130% on that lotto. Made you cry with joy. Yes. You are our resident redoist. The market's actually running. Just crazy. Probably going to try and fill the gap and then just range. Soxel is reclaiming. Son of a bitch. Should I get back in? That might trade. Look, you don't have to alert me every time. Just once per day is fine. Every time, only one. Oh, man. Open it. fact, actually, I don't even need that alert anymore. We got in on it. But Carvana is going all over 56. Doxel I closed at Soxel 27.27. That's easy to remember. What? Why did it give me 27.69 on one of those? 27.50, I guess. But that doesn't make sense. Oh, 20. What? Oh, that's from a while ago. Okay, 25.70, which is just about darn near where it's at right now. We'll just watch it. We'll just monitor it. But yes, the market is looking like it's buying this up, which is just nuts. Nerve, getting an alert on Nerve. Beyond might bounce. Might give it a little more time. That's fine, RJ. Yeah. I just wanted to definitely take care of anything that was my worst on my worst list. Nerve. Taking a look at Nerve. What do we got here? I mean, it's acting like a reclaim. Did that before. I could babysit a reclaim on that. Stop at 920. Nerve. The bid ask is so wide on that. I'm going to let that settle in a little bit for the morning. Carvana making new lows on the day. I'm going to take that and possibly cut it. Let's see. What's the projected volume? Yeah. Going to have to let that be babysat for another minute. JetBlue almost back to our entry. So didn't take off. But any minute here, it might be a good idea to cut JetBlue if it cuts into our profits too much, into our entry. Taste really continuing. Root with 10% more gains. AMRX continues on its straight line. So let's take a quick look at Beyond. Talking about it. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. I think I made the right decision. There was a little bit of a bounce there on the 10. You could probably hang out on that. But any further low of the day breaks, and it's not happening. Cycle that trade. Yeah, the Q is looking bullish this morning. American Airlines bounced. Another one we got, which was DHI. Can't tell because of the columns here got squished. DHI puts are working out. DHI. Yeah, that's just plummeting. It is down to 126. Which puts did we get? I got the 114 expiring in a week and a half. So those are up 67%. So that was another lotto that hit. AAL, and DHI. But DHI more solidly. AAI with some support. DHI is like, yeah, no. That one LYT not following through. Some others. Here's every one of my holdings showing how they're doing from the close of yesterday. That. Oh, and RJ, check it out over here on the right. Bottom right. There it is. Upside reversal. So all these are signaling those specialized entries. So we go over here to Vera. Boom, see? Blue candle. Is that awesome or what? The cool thing about this scan is it auto creates the hot list. In other words, this isn't a scan of hot listed opportunities we're looking at. This is an auto generating hot list and trigger signal from the entire stock market. All of these. PRFX. Look at EQSE. Actually, I think I might want to get into this one in a minute. As a matter of fact, in a minute here, if it can get up and over 1673, if it can get up and over that moving average. This one is, what was it? It is not showing the watermark also. Let's turn that on. What the fuck? Watermark, let's go. Vera, yeah. So like we go to another one, SMMT. We already know that's on our hot list, but it automatically selected it. And it is having a kind of reclaim. They just had a slight little pop right there, right when we were watching it. So RJ, I shared that in the main chat area yesterday, and you can see there's, I think the latest version. Right now I'll share it to the Zoom. So hold on one second. I'll share the latest version because I had to do a lot of changes to get it to work right. Okay, and now share. Here comes the link. So here you guys, just you guys in the Zoom, have the privilege of getting the Thinkorswim scan that gives you all the things to look at, because some of them might not be good or perfect, but all the things to look at that could be reclaim entries on pullbacks of super stocks. Nerve is on there. Look at that. That's perfect. Did I get Nerve? I think I wanted to, but I didn't get it yet. All right, Nerve is finally what I would consider to be an entry, and it has tightened up the bid and the ask, yes. 960 stop, 920, 40 cents of risk, 250 shares for me. 40 cents of risk, Nerve. Nail went from the top performer in my runners now to the worst. It looks like there's a lot of profit taking going on today. Pretty heavy sell-off. Moved on to 5. I'm ready to go out. So I'm exiting Nail Home Builders, and that would probably also make sense to exit BLDR. Let's see here, BLDR. Look. It's doing all right. But yeah, I'm out of nail. If anybody has any questions about anything, let me know. I'm working on my stuff, but I can look up whatever you can ask questions if you want me to check on something for you. So the 30-year right now is 3.893. So it's basically 3.9%. So it's negligibly no different than I was telling you about this morning. So just because today's going up does not mean we're now in a downtrend. We're in a pullback. This is a pullback. Welcome to the suck. Okay. There's a lower low and a lower high than yesterday. After a 7 or 8 day run off of a base bottom, historic, like, not in 2 years did we have a run like that. So we're going to pull back and consolidate now. And today that's taken the form of gap opening lower and then filling. This is a great opportunity. God couldn't have handed you a better opportunity to take profits, a day after you should have. Getting a second chance. Since this is a market pullback and this is not showing relative strength, I'm going to go ahead and cut our real position, real, REAL, at break even, slight profit. This is the best it gets, and by 10 a.m. that could be the top. BTOG still kind of hanging out. All right. What's a good swing that's on sale now? This would not be a day to really bottom fish in a couple days. Tomorrow is going to be more. You didn't kind of just hear that? We're in a downtrend. We're pulling back on the market. You know what I meant by that? Multi-day. We're obviously the fuck not pulling back right now. What the fuck? So what did you think I meant? So why would you get in today on something that's going to be down tomorrow? What the fuck are you thinking, Theo? It's just a couple of logical steps. Easy, homie. I'm going hard on you because, come on, you can't put that together. Let's go. You have to be able to put that together. We're probably pulling back, and we're not pulling back now. So I must be talking about in general, like on the larger time frame, because right now, intraday, we're moving up. And what I just explained was that just because we're going up doesn't mean we're not pulling back on the daily. We're not going to be pulling back and consolidating for multiple days. So why get anything now, But I have alerted a couple of things that look like, what did I alert this morning? Hive, a couple of the Bitcoin stuff, Hive, Pineapple, Pineapple alert. That's hilarious. Nerve, BTOG. So, but I just want you to be able to think like that, That's why I'm saying it. It's for others to learn from, and then from you to be, needled about, And to think, it's like my kids this morning. I've told them you don't get tablet till you've gotten out of your bed and made and changed your clothes and cleaned your room. I walk up there, they're in the bed with their tablets. I said, "Give me the goddamn tablet." Of course, they start crying. Okay, go get changed, clean your bed, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes that's what you need, Theo. You're one of those kids sometimes, We all are. We all need a little dose of what we need to stop thinking and how to think better. All right. Darius says, Evan, what do you think about DraftKings for the next couple days long? So, it depends how it's responding to the market today. All right, then. It's responding well today. So I'd like to see how it responds to red today. I'd like to see, when the market tests today, let's see how it responds. That's right. And it's for good reason. Some of the other guys are not making that mistake, right? It's a boot camp. Boot camp. You got to eat dirt in the beginning to train yourself to make the right mental processes. Probably still am. Little bit, but hey, you seem to be doing pretty damn great. Yeah. Okay, right now I'm just going to do a sweep through my portfolio, make sure nothing's needing attention. I might just take my money back on BX if it's reversed. Let me see. Doing it. Strange action, but yes, I'm going to close out my BX puts at break even. And let me double check on that trade price on that. Yeah. AAL is semi-holding up to the downside. Yeah, it's pretty weak. It's holding its weakness. Tesla found some strength. Oh, no, it's making new lows. Okay. So perhaps we'll see my option puts on that activate. So now back to hard stock. I have a lot of shorts that are working today. RJ is definitely still a bitch. RJ definitely still a bitch is what you're saying about yourself. But RJ's in a more dangerous spot because it's like he's like in the boot camp, he's like the one on Night Watch. RJ's like the Night Watch guy. You all hate him because he has to do, unfortunately, the right things. And I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe our styles matched a lot because he's a graphical dude. I don't know. Do you play any musical instruments, RJ? And I'm a musical graphical dude. Got things. I do, so that could be part of it. There's a certain amount of you can learn when you're learning music. You can learn to play but there's nothing like learning to feel. But the way that translates in stocks is there's learning what everything exactly is, and then there's understanding sort of a mental fuzzy logic pattern recognition. What's up, Mike? My mic is sounding bad? Why you say didgeridoo? Oh, didgeridoo. Yeah, okay, you're right. Piano, trombone, and a little guitar. That's a lethal combination right there. I think, you'd never get any tips. And guitar, Jesus, violin takes like an average person 20 years to get good at violin. It takes someone who has some natural DNA for it, 10 years to get to where they can sound good at it. The violin is one of the most difficult instruments to learn. All right, Tesla tanking more. Now, what I want to know is, do I want to get out? No, not yet. On my longs. No, not yet. But my put should start to come into the money. Okay, so see now the market is starting to pull back. It's getting that bounce. It's getting that topping action. And I want to see how that other stock was responding. Which one was it? Something that had a nice flag on the top. Can somebody remind me? I wanted to look at it again to see how it's reacting to red. No, it wasn't Vera. Somebody mentioned it. Okay, I'll have to scroll up. But I do want to look at Vera and lots of other stocks for sure, 100%. Yep. What's that stock you mentioned? Looking up now. DraftKings. Yes, Matthew, that's the one. DraftKings. So my question is, how much of a topping tail is that creating? Looks like not much at all. Let's take a look at it on the intraday. Okay, so it could be lagging though, but against the market, this is some good strength. So today could be a good day to pick up DraftKings, and that, Theo, is, where we're right, is that there's going to be something. There could be something, and there's going to be some things. But it's like, I guess what I was hammering you about is it shouldn't be your first thought. That's like not what the theme of the day is, you know what I mean? The theme today is, what can I get in? It's not there yet. Like, if we're going to have a couple days of pullback and possibly a consolidation for a week or two, other stuff's going to be eroding, right? Other stuff's going to be eroding, and at a certain point, it's going to get to be where we are going to get that fear of missing out feeling like, man, prices are a lot lower. Have we bottomed and are we staying here? Luckily enough, this is the exact signal we're going to be getting. We're going to be getting those pullback signals. That's what we're going to be looking at. The unfortunate thing about pullback trading is you have to be so patient. You have to find things that have already done well and not get in them, right? And then you have to wait. There was one we just got in yesterday that I've been waiting a long time to get in. What was it? Let me see if I can. GOL, GOL. Look, check this out. Yesterday, I got in this one, GOL. I signaled it. I could have signaled it on this day, and it would have been exactly the same too. But point is, like, here I am looking at this stock going like this. I'm like, God damn, I want in. God damn, I want in. And I've been watching it, for a long time. We have a big, huge day here. God damn, I need a consolidation. I need a pullback. And a pullback is not one day necessarily. A pullback is not one day where it pulls back like that. Necessarily, a pullback should be a pull back to a moving average, to a level of support, and to a new pricing, right? And so it keeps going, and like, God damn, and then it starts pulling back. And what did I do? I drew a trend line on that so I could make sure I didn't miss a breakout, because you're not always going to get the reversal reclaim signal. But look what it did. It found support along the 50. And Chris, what was his name? Charles Harris says that anytime you get back down to the 50 and you get a reclaim signal, you got to take it. It doesn't mean it's going to work out. But the first time it hits the 50 with reclaim, you got to take it. We did. So far, so good. Goal, we are up 0.5%, but hey, we're lifting off, and that's a good thing. Got in today. Let me take a look. I had something I could show you guys. So on this BitF, I got in today. Now, you wouldn't want to put the stop at the low of today by getting in today. You'd want to put it at the low of that reclaim, of that moving average reclaim day. And that can be the case with multiple signal days in a row. You want to pick the right one, the meaningful one. So that was a good example of, I think I put the stop. Let's see, which one is this? BitF, stop 179. So yeah, we put it at the bottom of this candle. So you don't put the stop at the bottom of today or at the moving average. You put it at the stop of the significant day. And another way you could set stops, by the way, is with the ADR percent. It's 9.76%. So if we were to take the close of yesterday, $1.85, where would that put the stop? So you take $1.85 times 0.9024. That's the inverse of that. And you get $1.67. Well, it turns out the low of that day was $1.79. You get $1.67. So that's the safe zone. So there's multiple ways to skin a cat. In case you can't find where you need to put your stop or how to calculate your risk. Because we are risk-first traders, remember. We always think about what are the risks before we enter the position, and we set ourselves up for that exact risk. But a lot of you will learn your first year that you're risking more than you're comfortable with. There isn't your portfolio doesn't have feelings. Your portfolio doesn't know what's best for you. You do. So risking 1% of your portfolio on every trade may or may not be the right thing for you. I do that in a sweet spot. But, while the market was very extended, I was down to a sixth. So a 0.15% risk unit of my portfolio, 0.15%. So, yeah. Now, let's take a look at more of what we've got going on here. But wait, before I finish that, I want to say one more thing. Educationally, something very important, a very important statistic for you to hear. If you were to ever size up bigger than 1% per risk, per position, who does that? Question, raise of hands or whatever. How many of you ever risk more than, to your stop, to where you'd get out, more than 1% of your portfolio? Randy says, nope. Mike says, yep. Ben says, me. I mean, being honest with yourself is step one. So here's an interesting statistic. Let's say you moved 1% of risk of your portfolio per trade up to 2%. Now you run the numbers, you repeat and rinse and repeat, risking more than 1% and let's call it 2% over and over for 1 year. And what you get is that there's almost a 100% probability that during the year, your portfolio will be down 70% from its starting point. 70% at a 2% risk unit. But if you just move that to 1% risk unit, that potential drawdown drops to, now I forget the number, but I think it's like 27% down. So would you rather be 70% down this year or 27% down? 27%, I can tell you right away, is far more manageable. You can definitely fly out of that and recover. 70%, that's money you're never getting back. Because 70% means you've got 30% what you originally had. So to get back what you have, you need to make 300%. You know, for most of you that lost 70%, you've proven you could never get 300%. And if you did, you wouldn't know what to do from there on out. And you'd be back to 70% down again or more, you know? So, heed that warning, be careful how much you're risking. Eventually, it can bite you. Be very, very careful. Tesla keeps on plummeting. American Airlines, the market is plummeting. And my Tesla puts are not even activating yet. Jeez. Now I want to go through and see if there's anything I need to cut. Kindi, which is something we got in yesterday, possibly it's not taken off, and the day is not in our favor. Let's take a look at DraftKings, by the way. So, relatively speaking, the market is now making a new low of the day. What is DraftKings doing? DraftKings is barely off the top. So, see, that's a lot of relative strength. You see that? DraftKings is maybe 10% pulled back. The S&P 500 is 50% pulled back. The Qs are, 140% pulled back from the high of the day. They're more than the low of the day now. They've pushed farther than even the day's range. DraftKings pulling back a little bit right now. But overall, DraftKings showing a lot of strength. So whoever asked about that, Matthew, that's good stuff. But is it the day to buy? You're kind of going to have to wait probably till the end of the day, because you need at least a 70% or 66% bullish candle to be able to have enough lift to even get to the next day. And that's probably not going to happen. All right, continuing to monitor my positions here. And so also what's going on right now, it should be going on in your portfolio, is you should be getting lots of sell signals. And that automatically allows you to properly adjust your risk exposure on your capital in your portfolio by having those sell signals that respond roughly to the market. It was Darius that asked. I just remembered the ticker. Okay, Matt. Oh, right on. Okay. Yeah, I am going to exit Builder now. That's another runner we have. Lock in some really good profits on that. That was a runner. And it's still on our hot list, so we'll be okay on that. You guys can independently be checking these other stocks over here that are on the upside reversal. There's one called Link. This one, I don't know what it says. And, you can be running down this list and seeing if anything looks tasty for an entry, and then you can always let me know, or even get in it on your own. But this is like, definitely a magical signal list over here in the bottom right, the upside reversal list. Yep, GRBK is exit. It ran the 5 moving average. Time to get out. Can't see it on Zoom? You have to move it over with 2 fingers probably on your phone. It's on the bottom right. Or you mean it's just not high resolution enough? Okay, I'll just take a quick screenshot. Comes. Putting it in main chat. I'll put it in main chat because sometimes trading chat gets hijacked a little. There you go. And then you can't find things. All right, later MP3. All right, Greenback or whatever this is. Yeah, Green Brick Partners exited that and it remains on our hot list. VRM giving back more than 50% of our gains. Let's see where it's sitting. Yeah, it's got to run the 10 moving average, so we get to stay in that one. Hibble giving back 25% of our gains, 30% of our gains today. Yeah, we definitely want to get out of that on the crossover under the 5 moving average. We're taking profits on Hibble. We're effectively taking back our capital off the market right now because those are the signals that we're getting. I'm not, you don't have to know too much, even if you follow, good rules, and you'll automatically be getting out of things when you're supposed to be getting out of things. Closed out ARBK. I don't know if that was an alert. That was an ARBK also. These are like full positions, so I do need to tend to those even more than runners. More diligently. Okay, American Airlines back to triple-digit percentage gains, 101% gains on our American Airlines Lotto put. All right, JetBlue's at break even, cutting that on a day like today. Yeah. Get something back to break even that you just got in, expected liftoff, and the market turns around. This is exactly why it's not a good idea to get into things at market tops, because it starts to pull back. Those laggards, which are just getting started at the end of the run, had nowhere to go. It's like the storm is coming, and then you have these people that are like, let's go to the beach, and the storm is coming. And everyone else was like, didn't you look at the forecast? Like, we went 3 days ago and it was absolutely primo. The things that trigger on a day like today when the storm is just starting are the ones that are really not paying attention and are late to the game. They're the laggards. Does that make sense? All right. I'm already down half of my R on BitF entry, so I'm getting out of that. That's not following through. Back to break even on Tusk. Probably exiting that. Let me take a look at it because break even ain't bad. Yeah, going to go ahead and let that go. It's not a beautiful pattern. It's not beautiful. It was an interesting opportunity. Now I only have 30 delta short in my portfolio, but if I had, gotten that way up there to 100 or 150 delta short, I wouldn't even have a little bit of a pullback in my portfolio today. I don't even have a pullback. I'm at 0, but I'm right at break even. But maybe I'd even be making money. But definitely, I'm getting gains from those shorts that I have in my portfolio. Let's see. BRM giving back more than half. Let's take a look at that. Oh, we already did look at that. Yeah. Not really the time to get out. XAS giving back 50% of our runners' gains. It's not looking great, and we'll get a reclaim. We'll get back in on a reclaim, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that and take my runners' gains on XAS. The rest of my gains are pretty soft. I do have a runner that's in the slight negative now, BKKT. Let's take a look at that. Just going sideways. Okay, we'll just see if that worsens or wants to hang out there. One of the ones that we have some strength on is on the runner is AMRX. AMRX is making new highs today, doing absolutely outstanding. We're up 24% on that one. And Root did put in another 10% gains today. We're up 21% on that. A lot of high growth traders are talking about that as like, wow, today could be an entry day on Root. We're like, we got in that a couple days ago. We're already up 20%, and they're just getting started. Look at, they're saying, oh, it curved up here. We got a little breakout, kind of VCP tightening, cheat entry going on here. This is great. You could get in here at, $13 for a pre-potential breakout entry. Meanwhile, we got in way back here at like 970 or 10, somewhere right around here. And we're up 21% while they're thinking about getting in. From the list, EOSE could be perfect. Bounce off moving average. Let's see if you're right, Benjamin. Benjamin could become the new RJ. Shout. It's interesting. Definitely thank you for bringing that to my attention. The only thing is, how did that turn blue? It's not 64% bullish or more. Oh, it went slightly below yesterday's close. Okay, but not the low, and that does become a signal. That's true. Yeah, that could be. Let's watch it. Let's see how it progresses throughout the day. If it starts to gain some strength, maybe get it up to like 350. Good job. Good job, Ben. Ben J. I'm going to call you Ben J, RJ, and BJ. I could call you. His name is BJ, and he blows didgeridoo. I don't make this shit up. His name is BJ, and he blows didgeridoo. I don't make this shit up. Life is funnier than fiction, I'll tell you. All right. All right. Yeah, keep me posted on that EOS stock. Nerve is not following through. What's up with Nerve? You got a lot of nerve. Oh, I still like that as a reclaim signal. Let's see what it hasn't gone negating its little trend or created a 4-point trend in any direction yet. Let's see what's going on with Nerve. We'll keep that. We're going to babysit that a little bit longer. VRM we looked at. Upstart is giving back. What is that? Something like 15% of its gains. That's normal. That's a nice kind of soft pullback. If it broke the 5, it looks like that would be the logical place to get out. Possibly you'd just babysit it that day because it might end up bouncing off of a nearby 10 like it has before. But it looks like it likes to hug the 10, and then when it gets really going, the 5, and then after it breaks the 5, it's pulling back. It hasn't even broken the 5 yet. Let's see. It's got some responses or something going on here on Twitter. What's up? What's up? Tahoe Trades, is that one of you guys? As Mike D liked one of my tweets. Cool, man. Let's see. Anything else I need to adjust here? UGRO not following through, down 0.6 R to our stop. UGRO not following through. Let's see the volume. We might give that a little more leeway, but that's quite a pullback. Azul sitting pretty, not pretty, but sitting just fine. KNDI still fine. Alto doing okay. I think we've been in that now for an add-on for a couple of days, and it's probably time to take our 50% off of that. Let's see. No, actually, it's only been 3 days, so we have up to 2 more days to potentially put that back into our runner. Cypher doing well. Doing twice as well today as did the other day. Okay, very nice. Cypher taking off. CIFR. We're up 2.5% on that. All right, let's move over to looking at some of these opportunities. On our hot list, what is up the most today? GRRR, GRRR. And that is only because it gapped up a whole bunch, but it's been bleeding out, so no go on that. Finger motion with a bounce off of the 20. And that is in a multi-point uptrend intraday. So that could potentially be worth the risk. Stop at 440. FNGR. There's something that I'll babysit my entry on the day, but I really am not looking forward to giving back anything on it. It's either timing's right or it was not right. That 480 for 40, that's 40 cents of risk, so 250 shares for me for my risk unit. 40 cents of risk to a stop at 440. Nerve, okay. All right, let's figure. Moving down our list, AMRX, we're already in. And it's up 5.6% since yesterday's close. AMTX, a little bounce-ish, nice positive action there. Are they related? AMTX and AMRX, maybe they're related. Amatis, seem to move. They seem to hit my list on the same days. No, I really think they're not related. The way the market's going, it's likely to lead to a base in everything that you're getting in or want to get in. So even if something's moving up, tomorrow, it's finally going to get hit over the head with the hammer. What's going on out there? Continuing down the list, INTT. We're not in titty right now. 270. I don't think. Nope. And ironically, InTitty is a motorboat company. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. It's not. Oh, that's a good one, though. GNLX, no. ENVB, no. So, we got class tonight, by the way. So hopefully you get to show up for that. Members only. Make sure you come join the group if you're out there somewhere watching this live. We have our weekly masterclass tonight, which is supposed to be an hour usually, but we schedule it for 2 hours, and it sometimes goes 3 hours. So it's usually between 2 and 3 hours. There's a ton of value in that every week. Yeah, Nerve. I like what it's doing. Are we still in it? Yeah, we are. Okay. I like what it's doing. And the next one down, Overstock, which I think we got out of yesterday. And it's got some support today. It came back. PMN. Root continuing to look good. AugX. From the list over here, we got RCAT, PRFX. Let's see, RCAT. That's not really a signal, so I'm not sure how that came up, but that's okay. It just goes to show I got to check my programming. PRFX, yeah, that's a green over red signal. 55% ADR on PRFX. I mean, a coin flip could wipe you out on that. You just laughed so hard. Yeah, that was a good one, right? Probably a dad joke. But it applies to everyone. LGHO. How did that get on the list? See, this is the thing. Oh, more than 20% off of this low right here. I believe the 10 is supposed to be above the 50. Check my scan here, because how did this get on the list? $10 has to be greater than the 50. And it is not. Pisses me off. I think I know what it's doing. Doing an or instead of an and between all of the following, and then it's doing all of the following or any of the following. I just have to move all of my or statements into one that belongs in the all of the following group. I feel like fixing that now, but I'll fix it later, I guess. Link. No. And the whole market is pulling back really hard now, and there's a strong move. The things that are going up, there's a strong move into staples and value stocks, as well as, of course, utilities. This is standard practice. Move your growth over to value stocks, utilities, staples, healthcare. And yeah, healthcare is up as well. This is just standard issue rotation at tops. Yeah, BCDA. Yeah, I wanted to look at that. As a matter of fact, good one. Interestingly enough, there's not a move into gold. So there's not like flippant fear. It's just preparation for market digestion. Getting out of Azul, which was one that we were looking at. BC, what did you say? BCDA. Right, bouncing off of the 50. Yeah, one thing is it's kind of low volume, so it's sort of like it's so low volume. Like what? How many shares did it trade today? How many shares did it trade today? Any? Turn it into money. You want to stay in stuff that trades at least $1 million a day or more, $1 million. So you got to do the math. You know, how many shares did it trade per day, or what's the average trading per day times the current that price? If it's not over $1 million a day going around, or close to it, 600,000, 800,000, you know, gotta be careful. I'm still in Carvana. Not sure why. Definitely want to get rid of that. Just didn't notice that. BTOG. I can. Beat hog. No. BTOG. BTOG. Finger isn't following through. It's 20% dipping. Okay, we still get that 4-point uptrend. We can still get it. Nerve, what are you doing? Nerve acting strong. You grow not following through. Let's take a look. Not following through. It's not showing strength. Just go ahead and bring my capital back. Goal is underwater. Take that back. I mean, from the looks of the market, you don't want to be risking right now. So just take risk off the table where it's not working. CLSK, taking it back. Cypher, I gotta let you go, buddy. And the market looks like this. Does not look like, well, what I had said probably came true. Yeah. At 10 o'clock, that was the top. And to take out your profits. 10 o'clock, yeah, 10 o'clock was pretty close. It was the tippy top was at 950. And then a little bit of a breakdown started happening at 958. So, you know, that whole region and area, you know, became, as I said, a top. That's not coming up, Ben. All right, we're at the 20 on Tesla. I just want to run through all of my holdings and make sure they're at healthy spots. Cutting BTBT. Bitcoin's going down, so. Getting the spinning beach ball. Okay, there we go. So what is it then, Benjamin? Oh, you mean you just accidentally typed something? Okay. All right, let me take another look at finger. Okay, over here. NVFY. Interesting. Okay. Finger. Yeah, actually, finger's doing okay. NVFY. NVFY. That's all over the place. ADR 15%, but it's all over the place. That's all over the place, my friend. Another difficult one for me to read. Yeah, so you just stay away from it. Our hot list is like 300 stocks deep. You don't need that one. Even if you had 70 stocks you were in. Like me. You don't need that one. Finger starting to give back. Let's see if it's breaking pivot. At 464 breakdown, it would be a pivot breakdown. Okay, probably going to get out of our wolf entry we got in the other day. Yeah, that's fine. So all the Bitcoin related stuff is dropping. If something has relative strength, you keep it. But if not, you might as well get rid of it. And I thought I got rid of Kindy. I guess maybe we were going to look at it again. Oh, Kindy's kind of hanging out. It's okay. UIHC giving back half our gains. They were minor anyway. That's one I can easily just put on the chopping block and get out. It's not looking like amazing. I'm not getting FOMO. So if you're getting the idea, today's all about getting out, cutting, exiting, getting your money back. And that was what yesterday and the day before was all about as well. So I think, like, was it Theo, I think, asked the question earlier. Remember that's the example. Are you seeing it? Everything that you'd get in today, tomorrow, is going to be in question because today is just the beginning. This is a pullback, multi-day. And it is like the weather. It's a really good analogy, I think. It's like understanding that for the next 7 days, storms are coming. Because when you think about the weather, you think about something quite big, semi-global, that has a force that lasts many days. So watching the market for its trends, that's weather. Sunny is up, Storms down, but as a trend, not just as a day. Otherwise, that's just isolated thunderstorms, which I get a lot of over here. Tesla, I might be cutting my long on. Yeah, we're crossing over. I kind of wanted to see it bounce, and it's not bouncing. It's just plummeting. So I'm going to get rid of my runner on Tesla. It's been good. It's positive. And we also took lots of profits along the way and partial profits at certain points. We may have even snowballed it. I don't remember. But it's quite all right. Pulse. This one like keeps coming up as a potential sell on my radar every day. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that. That was a runner, but today it dipped under all the moving averages and looks like it has no hope of reclaiming. And if it does, we'll get back in. And so we exit that runner at a profit. Today, we're getting out of a lot of things at profits, stuff that we've been in. Getting a little bit of a bounce. So let's see what that does. Let's see here. What was that? AI. I wanted to look at AI because it's giving back 40% of our gains today. That's a bit much for a runner. Let's go take a look at that. What's going on there? Still in an okay spot. We're up 7%. It's a twisty consolidation area. It's all right. What's doing good are my shorts. And got that XLU, XLP, XLV earlier as macro hedging, kind of to add to my portfolio hedge. So, right. Should I get out of SDGR? Let's see. It's not an above average projected volume day, but it is a very big day. Is it bigger than ADR? It's possibly not a bigger move than ADR, but I got to double check on that. 5.67% I'm getting as ADR. And the high of today was 55.88 divided by the low of the day, which is 52.95. Actually, you do minus. And that gives you 293. And 293 divided by the high of the day is how much range it put in today. 55 divided by 8. 5.24%. So it's an almost full ADR day to the downside, cutting over the 10 moving average. And there's not really been a day like that by the 10 moving average. See? So it's like an unprecedented move. These are usually bounces off of it, but we never cut through the 10 moving average with that much strength, right? So that tells me it's time to cut. So we're cutting SDGR. If it had been like a little day, that would have changed things. Or if it had been a big day, but it hadn't quite gotten to the 10, that would have changed things. So that's a way to look at that and a way to read that. Upstart still worsening. Let's take a look at that. Okay, good. It has bounced with the market and it bounced off to 5, which is a good spot for us to be able to stay in. What? Is Nerve really moving the other way that strongly? Let's see. Right, yeah. Nerve has made the 4-point uptrend. So it's really being bought up over this 20 moving average. Curve is off and running. 5 looks like it's not going to happen because of the whole Bitcoin pullback right now. So I'm getting out of Hive. Which I'm guessing that's Hive OS. I'm not sure. FNGR. Yeah, FNGR is right at that breakdown point. In fact, in my books, it broke down by a penny. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of FNGR. Everybody else, boom, I'm out. Didn't even move the needle on the actual stock, so that's good. At this point in time, I've got nothing getting worse. Stabilized with that bounce off the bottom. So that concludes the maintenance part of my portfolio on this move today so far. There may be further stuff to do, but those were I pulled all the biggest weeds. So I'm left with 4 swings and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 runners. So that's a huge clip down from the 70 or so. I'm down to what did I just say? I don't even remember, 20. Instead of 70, I'm now holding 20. Those could get clipped as well. So that's how you get, unexposed. And I could tell you that I am 25% exposed right now. But that doesn't include shorts. And perhaps you could even subtract the shorts from that because they negate out the exposure. In that case, I am 8% exposed. How exposed are you guys? And are you in some shorts? How much is each one of you exposed? How much of your capital is out there at risk right now? Long, on the long side, minus the short side. What's your net long exposure of percentage of all your portfolio capital that's at risk? Like I said, mine's 8% net, 25% long, 8% net. Figure that out and send back a number. Let's see what you guys got. RJ says 0% after trimming things. Yeah, but you cut your runners and your swings way too soon. But okay. But that's great. And it must feel great. Tesla is coming into the money a little bit. The Tesla puts, or Tesla Lotto puts, coming into the money. Depends on what strike you got. I got the 260. Theoretically, I should be in the money, but because of Vega and Gamma, it's not. But that's probably going to mature and get in the money some point today. Darius is at 0%. Okay. With a little laughing face, which I take to mean that's because he hasn't invested in anything lately. Maybe. I don't know. There's something funny about that. Take a look at IonQ, which is near the bottom of today. Bounced off the bottom. Came back to the 5. Pretty much letting that run off the 10. We're up almost 7% on that, so we will let that run. NVIDIA leveraged runner. Nice bounce off the bottom there. Shows to let it follow the 20 and just hold it through the 20 forever. Likely what we'll do, especially if that's above break even. And it almost is. In a couple of days, it will be. Looks like I got to resort my column. I don't know why. It's a computer. A and AMRX doing great today. Did you try to check out that scan, RJ? Or anybody else who uses Thinkorswim? Click that link, import it, pull it up, and have that. It's pretty cool. You checking it now? Cool. It's not always right, and I got a few things I apparently got to mess around with on it. In fact, that's what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to convert it to work better, debug it even more. Let's see where that takes us. Avro. But I'm going to do that off the air. So, yep, that concludes our morning session. And I'll catch you guys back in the group. All right. Thank you very much. Stay defensive. Preserve your capital. You're welcome to you.